Olá, boa noite. O Exou Biribó, hoje com o vídeo 6 de The Pandora Directive. O Tex conseguiu entrar na Autotech e descobriu o imitador do assassino da Flecha Negra, que atacou a Sandra e agora persegue a Emily. O que chama atenção no escritório e nos desastrados atos desse Flecha é que parece tratar-se de um amador sem preparo para missões desse tipo. Por que estaria fazendo isso? E onde entra a Agência Nacional de Segurança? Por acaso, o Tex surpreendeu o ataque do falso Flecha a Emily, chegando a tempo de atrapalhar e evitar o assassinato. E agora corre no encalço dele, chegando até o telhado da loja do Rust. Cena de terror para Bar. Pelo que eu lembro...
Track you down, sucker. Looks like Horton's waiting for something. Maybe a ride home. I'd better move fast.
Tem que agachar e ir escondido até ali a mureta. E quando ele estiver de costas, correr para cima dele. Não podia levantar e ficar dando bola ali. Mas como que eu vou olhar quando ele está de costas se eu não sair de trás da proteção?
I clearly violated PI rule number 2. Hide from people carrying guns. The Black Arrow killer catches sight of me and pumps me full of lead. I should have tried to catch him off guard.
Ou ele tem que ir agachado mais um pedaço depois daquele... Ah, foi só eu puxar. Trent Coach me salvou.
Hey! Get back up here! I'm not through with you yet! You picked the wrong PI to screw with today, pal!
O Exou Biribó, 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 disse ele.
Well, well. It isn't Mr. NSA alumnus, Dag Horton. I have the strangest feeling he's not the real Black Arrow killer. I'm missing part of the picture here, but what is it? And what's the connection to Malloy?
Ele chegou à conclusão que eu já tinha chegado e tinha até falado na introdução do jogo. Já tinha falado ontem também. Dia 4, fora do passado.
The The cops show up right after I get a peek under Dag Horton's mask. They take my statement, then ask if I'd like to come and try the new coffee blend down at the station. I happen to know their coffee tastes like llama spit, but they're just being civil. When we get to the police station, I'm escorted into Mac Malden's office.
You don't say. Yeah? Who told you that? Okay. Did you know the guy you threw off the roof?
I didn't throw anybody off the roof, okay? Like I told your lackeys out there, we were rollerblading. Things got out of hand, he jammed his wheel, and the next thing I know...
You seem to forget I'm a cop, and I'm a tired, pissed off cop. If you keep getting on my nerves, I can put you in a drunk tank. I can do this whole thing again tomorrow. So, you chase the guy up to Rusty's funhouse. Then what?
Well, there was a black Avatar speeder up on the roof waiting for the guy. I jumped him, and we struggled, but he went right over the top.
We got a witness says the attacker was carrying a box when he ran from the Flamingo. We didn't find it. You know anything about that?
No. I've told you everything I know.
E quem é essa? É uma policial? Que faz como se me conhecesse?
All right, Murphy. You can go. Your story matches up. Right? There's one more thing. The NSA is getting involved in this. They're interested in that missing box. They're gonna want to talk to you. Don't get too smart on this one, Murphy. You're in way over your head.
Thanks for the tip.
Oh, you're welcome.
Não me envolver em confusão é meu sobrenome.
Oh, man, this is not what you're gonna tell me. Stick around in town. We might have to ask you some more questions. How many times have you told me that over the last 10 years? This case is getting way too complicated. There's a connection between Horton, the NSA, and the box Horton stole from Emily's apartment. But what is it? The NSA getting involved worries me. And then there's that gorgeous woman who got me off the hook. Who's she? I guess I need a plan of action. But first I need to talk to Emily and find out what she knows about Malloy. And then about the box Horton stole from her apartment. Sheesh, it's gonna be a busy day.
Just the man I wanted to talk to. I understand the Black Arrow killer struck for the last time. Care to make any comment?
Yeah, I've got a name for you. Dag Horton.
Thanks for the lead. I'll see what I can find out about this Horton guy. This could be just what I need to top off my story on the Black Arrow killer cover-up.
Yeah, I'm sure the NSA is just gonna love it.
Yeah, I know.
Perguntar sobre...
Don't know anything about it.
Caixa roubada, Dag Horton, ela ainda vai investigar.
I can't help you, but I'll check my sources.
A SN Autotech já perguntou. Todo o resto acho que já. Ah, tem uma mensagem aqui.
Well, I arrived safe and sound in Phoenix. It's almost as hot here as it was in your apartment the other day. Oh, I just called to say hi, so... Hi.
Que legal. E fica piscando o resto da vida, daí? Eu disse exit. Deletar as mensagens vistas? Não. Era só para sair da coisa. Ah, tem a coisa que o cara derrubou no telhado lá na briga. Daqui eu passei para lá e foi do lado de lá que a gente brigou, né? O detetive e o falso assassino que nunca brigam. Ah, tem que deletar a mensagem para ela não ficar piscando, mas daí eu vou perder a mensagem da Chelsea, tão simpatiquinha. Simpatiquinha que só, diria aquela que jamais disse isso.
This thing must have fallen out of Horton's pocket.
E o que é isto?
It's a tracking device. Maybe Horton stashed the box he stole from Emily's apartment and was planning on using this to locate the box later. This operates the way most tracking devices do. The sound it emits will speed up the closer I get to the target.
Come on in. Glad you came by. Have you had any problems with the cops?
No, nothing serious.
You want a drink?
Sure.
Bourbon. Straight up, right?
Right. How'd you guess?
Physiognomy. It's a hobby of mine. You can tell almost anything about a person by their facial features.
So I guess I have a bourbon face.
Something like that. Listen, Murphy, I've got to apologize for the other night. See, that note that Emily got shook me up pretty bad. Though, I didn't want her to know I was worried.
Well, don't sweat it. I guess I kind of have a distrustful face. Of course, that'd be your department.
Well, I do want to thank you. You saved Emily's life.
So she's okay?
She's pretty rattled. But she isn't hurt. If you'd come in any later than you did. She's upstairs, sleeping it off.
I'm fine, Gus. I couldn't sleep anymore. Gus told me what you did. I don't know how to thank you.
Well, I guess we cut it pretty close, but I'm glad you're okay.
Thanks.
Listen, Emily, it's not too much trouble. I'd like to ask you a few more questions.
Come on, Murphy. She's been through enough already. Cops grilled her last night. Let's let it rest for a while.
It's okay, Gus. I owe him. A couple more questions isn't gonna hurt me. Go ahead, Tex.
Perguntar. A gente já conversou com ela? Não, né? Só conversa automática.
Thomas is my husband.
É.
Pardon me for being stupid, but let me get this straight. You're Thomas Malloy's wife?
Yeah, we were married about a year ago.
So where's your husband?
I don't know.
Well, do you have any idea why he doesn't want you to know where he is?
No. He just said it'd be better for me. Safer for me. I honestly don't know why he left.
E a sua caixa roubada tinha o quê?
The man who attacked you last night took something from your apartment. Looked like a small box. Do you know what it was?
No. I mean, I don't know what was in it. I couldn't figure out how to open it.
How'd you get it?
Well, Thomas sent it to me. I don't know why anyone would want it.
How did it arrive?
Through some delivery service. It was wrapped in plain brown wrapper.
How'd you know Thomas sent it to you?
Well, I recognized the handwriting on the outside of the wrapper.
É. Embalagem de papel pardo. Ah, você tem embalagem ainda? Eu não pensei nisso. Ele é um detetive melhor do que eu. Talvez porque ele seja um detetive.
It was just plain brown paper. I threw it out, I guess. I don't know where it is.
E lá vou eu para as latas de lixo de novo.
I really don't know too many people around here. I heard Thomas mention that, but I don't know much about it.
A Agência Nacional de Segurança só ouviu falar, mas não sabe o que é.
I'm afraid I'm not much help.
Nem Autotec. Lúcia Pernell ela não vai conhecer. O jornal, talvez.
Thomas didn't tell me very much about his past.
Crazy Gary.
I really don't know too many people around here.
Então me fale sobre Emily Sue Patterson. Emily Sue Patterson Malloy.
It's not a very glamorous name. When I make it big, I'll change it to something more exciting. This is Thomas, all right. I'm so worried about him. He doesn't look well, does he?
Tyson Matthews. Por que ele pegou um nome falso?
Sorry. Did you ask Gus? He was one of those cops that questioned me. He smelled like soy sauce. Oh, that's just a silly name Gus came up with. He didn't want anyone around here knowing my real name. Gus is an old friend. He's always taken good care of me. Gus bought this place last year. He spent a lot of time and money fixing it up. When it was done, he couldn't afford to hire a house band, so I said I'd sing for him. He's the pig that works at the Ritz Hotel.
Esse mesmo.
When Thomas was staying there, I used to go visit. Nilo always made me feel cheap, the way he looked at me. I'm not very good with names.
Gordon Fitzpatrick ela não ouviu falar.
I really don't know too many people around here. Oh, I met Clint. He has a chocolate stand up at the Coit Tower. He always gives me samples for free. Sorry. Did you ask Gus?
Até agora eu não pude falar com o Gus.
Louis owns a diner down the street. The stew and... I don't remember. I think she's the girl who works at a newsstand across the street. I haven't heard much about you, except that you're a good PI.
Quem que anda espalhando boatos falsos, fake news por aí? Algo para oferecer do inventário?
No, thank you.
Não, ela não quer.
Actually, I'm feeling really beat. I'm gonna go back to bed. I'll see you guys later.
She's a real trooper, isn't she?
Yeah. Murphy, I really owe you. You ever need a favor? Just name it.
Thanks. Keep that in mind. Right now, I need as much information as I can get about Malloy.
I'll tell you what I know.
Então diga, eu já falei que é sobre o Malloy.
If I knew where he was, I'd tell you. But I haven't heard from him for almost a month. I think I threw it out in the dumpster behind the club. It might still be there.
Eu já tive essa ideia, né, que ia ter que procurar nas latas de lixo.
I checked out the box Emily received, but I couldn't figure out how to open it. Doesn't sound familiar. I've heard it's the most powerful agency in the government. A couple things Malloy told me made me think they're after him for some reason.
A Agência Nacional de Segurança estava mesmo atrás do Malloy. Continua, né? Se é que ele está vivo.
Don't know. Sorry.
E precisava dessa caixa que o Malloy deixou com a Emily.
Doesn't sound familiar. I read the paper. It's about the only mutant-run publication in the city. I don't know him.
É, bom você não conhecer o Crazy Gary porque ele te odeia também.
I think she's gonna be okay. She's pretty resilient. Yeah, that's Malloy. Looks like it was taken recently. Doesn't sound familiar.
Pô, mas ninguém sabe do nome falso dele, então era um segredo para os mais próximos.
He was one of the cops that questioned me and Emily. Can't say much else about him. Let's talk about something more interesting.
Não quer falar sobre você mesmo.
I've always wanted to own a nightclub. I've put my heart and soul into this place. Any business you can send my way, I'd really appreciate.
Ah, o que eu ia mandar caiu do telhado. Agora.
I don't know him. Doesn't sound familiar. I don't know him. Emily has a weak spot for chocolate, so we've gotten to know Clint pretty well. He's a strange one. I bought a few things from the pawn shop when I was decorating the club. Bargaining with Rook is like removing a splinter. That's the big guy who runs the diner, right? Seems real friendly. And he makes some tasty grub. I gave Chelsea a complimentary membership. She's the kind of person I like to have in the club.
Isto.
You seem like a decent guy. I think we'll get along fine. As long as you keep your hands off Emily.
E eu nem pus as mãos nela. Aliás, pus para perguntar se ela estava bem depois do ataque. Que é sair para o beco. Barulho de papel voando, preso em algum lugar. Estão escutando? Não é aqui por baixo, parece. Olhar mais para cima.
That looks like it could be the brown paper wrapper from the package Malloy sent to Emily. It's snagged up on the light post, though.
Nem precisei mexer nas latas de lixo, ainda bem. Dispositivo localizador, não. Antena aberta. Exatamente. Como foi parar lá? Voou da lata de lixo, horas.
Oh, there's no return address or name. But there has to be something here that will give me a lead to Malloy. Maybe I need to take a closer look.
E como que olha melhor? No analisador de fotos? Mas isso aqui não é uma foto. É, mas é isso mesmo. Então é um analisador de qualquer papel. San Francisco. Eu vou clicar em tudo, então, se ele não acha solução em nada. Foi postado na San Francisco Airmail APR 20. É isso que ele precisava descobrir, será? Mas ele nunca fala nada. Digital no canto inferior. Aqui.
So, the microdot on the wrapper contains a PB meter number. Probably some kind of postal code. Must identify which post office the package was sent from. Now I just need to find someone who would know which post office that is.
A Bá deu a solução, mesmo por caminho errado. Ela pensou que era uma digital, mas é para descobrir. Ó. E isso ele vai descobrir aonde? No computador? Ou vai ter que ir em todas as agências de correio para descobrir o que fazer? Ele falou que alguém sabia? Polícia, será?
This The tracking device should work fine down here.
O que ele disse? Não teve tradução. Usar o aparelho? O localizador?
What's the tracking device?
Liga. Mas agora... Tá um barulho espaçado. Ele disse que fica mais seguido quando está no caminho. Bueiro. Vai explodir, tá aqui já. Aqui. De repente, do nada aparece. Agora eu vou andar mais perto, vai desaparecer de novo.
Wonder what's hidden inside this wall. The brick looks like it should come loose, but I can't get my fingers under it to move it.
Passe de visitante, jornal velho, não. Aquele formão lá do começo do jogo. Formão. Que, aliás, ele achou aqui mesmo, numa caixa, né?
Whoa, a small device is attached to the box. I'd better take a closer look before I do anything rash.
Eu nunca faço coisa precipitada. Não tem nada, a mão não sai daqui, só dá para apertar esse botão aqui.
Oh, it's a Claiborne mine. I've read about these. To deactivate it, the red photons must be transferred to the left, and vice versa for the green. They're transferred by using the small shuttle that has 3 black stripes on it and is now on the red side. The transfer chamber must be powered by a red or green power cell, which is lighter color than the others. Red or green photons can be in the same chamber and in the shuttle, but if there's more of one color than the other, it creates an imbalance and the shuttle won't transfer.
Clicar nos fótons? Tá, e o que adianta? Ele vai para lá e volta para cá.
Whoa. A small device. Oh, it's a Claiborne mine.
Um vermelho claro e 2 vermelhos escuros. Só que tudo aqui é igual. Um verde claro e 2 escuros. Agora o verde claro e um vermelho escuro. Agora... E por que agora faz de volta um vermelho claro e um... Ah, não, agora um vermelho claro e um verde escuro. Um vermelho claro e 2 vermelhos escuros, ou seja, tudo que eu tenho aqui. E agora os 3 verdes para lá. E acabou. E ti. E sem ajuda de ninguém. Sem a Bá me atrapalhar.
This reminds me of a Chinese puzzle box I had when I was a kid. Except this one's made of unusual metal. This box has holes drilled all over the top. I'll need to find whatever goes in those holes in order to get this box open.
Algum garfo, parece. Para entrar aí. Vai ter que pegar aquela informação no computador.
This is...
Uncle Sam wants to see you.
Oh man, this isn't about those parking tickets.
Shut up.
All right. My new acquaintance is a good deal less cordial than the police were earlier. I'm thrown into the back of a black Avatar speeder. A few minutes later, we fly into the industrial sector and land by a familiar building. Autotech. I'm led inside, straight to Jackson Cross's office.
Autotech é a mesma coisa que a Agência Nacional de Segurança? É
Welcome, Mr. Murphy. Please make yourself comfortable. Do you know where you are?
Declarar o óbvio, avaliação metafórica ou esclarecimento da nova era. Declarar o óbvio, com o tio Sam.
In your office?
That's correct. Do you know who I work for?
Tornar as coisas mais divertidas, limitar ou consequência do passado irresponsável. Limitar, né? Limitar as alternativas.
Well, I'm not sure. But it's probably an acronym.
This guy's a real joker, isn't he?
Gracinha muito sem graça, seu moço.
Mr. Murphy, did you ever hear of the Graham Act? That's an executive order that was enacted about 40 years ago when the United States was having trouble with terrorist groups. It gives our agency carte blanche when dealing with internal security matters. So don't dick with me, Murphy. I'll pull out my gun and blow your face off.
Duvido que você tenha coragem. Não tolerar brincadeira, humor de impostos, ir direto ao assunto.
Well then, I guess you work for the NSA.
Bravo. Give the man a big cigar. Now to the next question. Do you know why you're here?
Completamente desconcertado, desconfiado com o compromisso ou um palpite e uma desculpa? Desconfiado.
Are you trying to recruit me?
Well, let me refresh your memory. You remember the other night, up on the roof? The man you threw off was an NSA agent.
I didn't throw him off the roof. I can't help it if you hire clumsy people.
Your actions contributed to the death of an NSA agent, not to mention the small matter of interfering with an NSA investigation. Now you've got 1 minute to tell me all you know, or you'll find yourself the latest victim of the Graham Act.
Contar parte da história, contar toda a história ou exercer um privilégio?
Okay. I was hired to find a guy named Malloy. Turns out the girl at the Fuchsia Flamingo's his wife. I was just trying to keep her alive so she helped me find the guy.
Yeah, I figured you knew about Malloy. And a little knowledge can be a very dangerous thing.
Acho que agora tem que seguir a sequência do diálogo das dicas aqui, do roteiro do jogo. Eu não posso dizer que eu conheço o Malloy, ou que eu sei algo dele a mais. Alternativa A, declarar o óbvio.
In your office?
That's correct. Do you know who I work for?
Alternativa C, consequência do passado irresponsável.
Well, if it's about that student loan, I think you and I could work out a reasonable payment schedule.
This guy's a real joker, isn't he?
Nessa daí qualquer resposta vai ser o cara é um gozador.
Mr. Murphy, did you ever hear of the Graham Act? That's an executive order that was enacted about 40 years ago when the United States was having trouble with terrorist groups. It gives our agency carte blanche when dealing with internal security matters. So don't dick with me, Murphy. I'll pull out my gun and blow your face off.
Da outra vez ele teve coragem. Então agora eu vou responder C, ir direto ao assunto. Mas eu fiz isso e deu errado.
Well then, I guess you work for the NSA.
Bravo. Give the man a big cigar. Now to the next question. Do you know why you're here?
Desconfiado com o compromisso, alternativa B.
Are you trying to recruit me?
Well, let me refresh your memory. You remember the other night, up on the roof? The man you threw off was an NSA agent.
I didn't throw him off the roof. I can't help it if you hire clumsy people.
Your actions contributed to the death of an NSA agent, not to mention the small matter of interfering with an NSA investigation. Now you've got 1 minute to tell me all you know, or you'll find yourself the latest victim of the Graham Act.
Contar só parte da história. Alternativa A.
A girl hired me to find out who was stalking her. I kept an eye on her place. I saw your guy in her apartment. I chased him to the roof. He pulled out a gun. He tried to shoot me. We struggled and he fell.
We've known for some time that high-level drug deals were going on at the Fuchsia Flamingo. That night, a shipment of euphoria was to be delivered. We had our agent at the girl's apartment to make the bust. Her life was never in any danger. You screwed up. I know that you're still holding something back. What is it?
Fingir que não achou nada, pedir por clemência ou contar toda a história. Contar toda a história não dá certo. É a alternativa B. Pedir por clemência.
Look, I didn't ask to get mixed up in this case. I'm just a small-time PI. And all I want to do right now is get out of your hair and go back to doing what people do when they're alive.
So that's it. There's nothing more you want to tell me.
Ansioso para ir embora, fazer um elogio ou contar sobre a caixa? Contar sobre a caixa.
Oh, well, there is one more thing. Your agent found a small metal box at the Flamingo.
So you do have it. You should have said so in the first place. Now, do you want to tell us where it is?
Claro, para vocês pegarem e me matarem. Entregar, é claro. Barganhar ou guardar como garantia? Barganhar.
Will you cut me a deal?
Oh, I'm not much of one for compromises, Mr. Murphy. Get me the box. I'll see what kind of mood I'm in.
Entregar, tentar fazer um trato. Vamos combinar uma coisa. Não deixe para a última hora para entregar a caixa. Ou guardar como garantia. Entregar.
I've got it right here. Take it.
So you beat us to the box. You impress me, Murphy. I'm gonna do you the favor of a lifetime. I'm gonna let you walk. But if I catch you meddling in NSA affairs one more time, I'm gonna put a bullet right in your eyeball. Is that clear? Get this pukehead out of my office. I'll be watching you, Murphy.
Yeah, this is good. You can drop me anywhere along here.
We will.
The NSA thugs are courteous enough to drop me off back at the Ritz. When I get to my apartment, I notice the door is slightly ajar. The government boys probably spent some time in my office looking for the box. Hello.
I hope you don't mind. The door was open.
Well, I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long.
Nice place you got here. Decorate it yourself?
No. My housekeeper just started on Prozac.
Have a seat.
Well, thank you.
So, aren't you gonna thank me?
You pulled my chestnuts out of the fire the other night, didn't you? I didn't get a chance to thank you because you left so quickly. I want to know why you did it.
Oh, I'm sure you have women doing all kinds of crazy things just to get your attention.
You don't know me very well, do you? When a woman pays attention to me, generally I'm so stunned, I don't do anything about it.
I doubt that very much. So you drink bourbon, huh?
Yeah, I can afford it.
Yamas.
Yamas. Sounds Greek to me.
That's Greek to everybody.
I knew that. So, Ms.
Madsen. Regan Madsen. But I'd prefer you call me Regan.
Regan.
Okay, Regan. You can call me Tex.
That's not your real name. What is it?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
Sorry. I gotta know somebody pretty thoroughly before I come clean on that one.
Well, then, maybe you should get to know me pretty thoroughly. So where's the box?
Box. Yeah, I got lots of boxes. What size do you need?
You know what I'm talking about.
I do not.
You like to play games, Tex. So do I. What's your angle?
I don't have an angle, Miss Madsen. My business is my own. I don't have a partner, and I don't like small talk. You're a very beautiful woman. Extremely beautiful woman. But that doesn't make any difference as far as I'm concerned.
Tough, too. I have a proposition for you. First of all, you should know, I didn't just stumble into this part of town by accident. I've been looking for somebody.
And who might that be?
Thomas Malloy.
I gotta find out about this guy. He knows all the beautiful women in town.
He's my father.
Oh.
I heard you were asking around about him, and I thought I'd see what you found out.
You said something about boxes.
Still playing the game? My father sent out several boxes lately. The NSA was closing in on him, and he started to panic. I'm not exactly sure what was in the boxes or however many he sent out, but whoever finds all those boxes is going to come into an ungodly amount of money.
So what's your proposition?
I've already got one of the boxes. You give me the one you have, and I'll cut you in on the deal. Help me locate the others, and we'll have more money than you ever imagined. That's my proposition, plain and simple. You'll probably want some time to think this over. Why don't you call me at this number when you're ready to talk?
Vou ligar já.
Don't lose that number, Tex. I think we'd make a perfect fit.
Femme
Regan
fatale.
Madsen sure knows how to make a first impression. The question is she on the level? There's no way to know if she's really Malloy's daughter or if she knows any more about the boxes than I do. I wonder if Fitzpatrick has any knowledge of the boxes, or Regan for that matter. There's a lot more involved here than just tracking down an old friend. And I'm right in the middle of it.
E agora ele não pode confiar nem no Gordon, nem em ninguém.
Hey, I finally got you at home. What's going on?
Ficar frio, lema pessoal ou penosamente abandonado? Fica frio. Vai dizer, não, tô suando porque uma bonitona veio aqui. Se engraçar.
Oh, the usual. I've been shot at twice. I was called in for questioning by the cops and had an NSA agent threaten to blow my brains out.
All the things men say to impress their women. Hey, called to see how much you miss me.
Muito mais ou menos. Nada de desabafo, fazer oferta furtiva. Muito.
Well, I'm missing you about as much as a hard-boiled PI can miss a dame.
Okay, He-Man. I'll let you get back to being bored and lonely without me. You know, I'm not going to be staying here too much longer. I should be home in a week or so. And I've got something that I think you're really going to like.
Dinheiro. Definir os parâmetros, dar palpite ou brincar é tão doloroso. Tá de brincadeira, meu.
Oh, you are a cruel and heartless woman, Chelsea. Remind me never to buy you a set of handcuffs, unless you ask me.
Ooh, maybe I'll surprise you and buy my own. See you soon, handsome.
Parece que está tudo bem. Vai ficar e fica dando notícia de que tem uma mensagem como se fosse nova. Deletar as mensagens vistas? Sim. É o papel pardo, né? Na polícia.
What can I do for you, Murphy?
Perguntar. PB Matter 887412.
That's the code for the post office in the Mission District.
Era só para saber isso, agora o resto todo eu já perguntei. Ah, Regan Madison eu não perguntei.
She came down to the station and asked about you. It's a good thing she vouched for you, too, or you might still be a guest here. Like I told you, we didn't find it.
Correios.
I land my speeder outside the post office Mac referred me to. The counter help fails to live up to its name, but a professional loiterer working outside seems to recognize Malloy in the photo. For half a pack of smokes, he suggests I check out several boarding houses in the area. After pounding the pavement for over an hour, I arrive at a quaint brownstone called the Garden House.
Garden House.
Hello there. What can I do for you?
Ir ao fundo da coisa, pequena mentira inofensiva ou uma grande mentira? Ah, ir a fundo.
I'm looking for a man named Thomas Malloy. Is he staying here?
Let me think. No, none of my guests is named Malloy.
Matthewson. Entregar a foto, mencionar pseudônimo ou usar a força. Isso, bate na velhinha. A foto.
Here's a photograph of him.
Oh, heavens, yes. He moved in last week. Such a nice man.
Impaciente, paciente ou já basta? Paciente.
Well, I know he seems very nice, but he's really a sick man. You know, nuts. He's got a terrible case of Murphy Bar syndrome.
My goodness, he seems so lucid.
Descrever os sintomas, concordar a contragosto, cortar para perseguição. Sintomas.
Yes, it's a strange illness. The only symptoms are an irresistible attraction to boarding houses and, of course, compulsive lying. When he has a relapse, it's like pulling teeth to get a straight answer out of it.
I'm so sorry.
Subir em pedestal, ficar tomado pela tristeza, mostrar total falta de sensibilidade. Todas as alternativas são ruins. Subir em pedestal.
Well, I know that respecting and caring for your elders is considered old-fashioned, but it's a responsibility that I take very seriously.
Wish you, my nephew. Your uncle's not in right now, but I'll let you into his room. You can wait for him up there. Okie dokie?
Okidoki. Então é isso. Hoje vamos parando por aqui. O Exou Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, a torcida, desejando boa noite, até amanhã. Por enquanto eu fui.